Witajcie I tam eksistiko. Good morning. It is 7:30 in the AM on Thursday, July 25, 2019, in the last quarter of the lunar cycle, Misamso, the long rains. And of course, I'm getting my morning started with skunks. That's the way every morning starts. Yeah, I've been having so much skunk business, man. For those who wondered what happened to the skunk that went down the sewer line, I don't think he made it. I wasn't able to catch him. I think when the boilers poured out while I was there, that was it for him. And actually, I was pretty lucky I didn't get caught by that boiler water too, because I had no idea. Nobody gave me a heads up that stuff spilled out regularly. And yeah, I don't have confined space training. I should probably get me some of that, you know. So, any case, yeah, never caught that skunk. Not sure what happened to it, but I suspect it is a goner. What else? I did get one rattlesnake call since my last video. Came fairly late at night, like after 10 o'clock anyway, and I was already kind of settled in, and the situation was such that it was down at Bridgeview RV Resort. They already, like, when they come across them, they got a snake tong, and so they put it in a big bucket for me already. And so I just told them, hey, leave it in the bucket in the closet there, lock it up. I'll come in the morning and do my release then. And so that's what I did. So I've just picked up one skunk. It's in my back seat now. That was in Colehurst, and now I'm gonna head to the north side and start checking some of my traps there. Yeah, this guy was at a residence that I've trapped several skunks at, both this year and last. It's not my record though. My record is still off of Micmac right now, where I'm on skunk number 11 on one of the traps, but no skunk number 12 this morning. They already reported. So anyway, let's head over to the north side. Let's see what's happening on some of the traps over there. All right, the first prospect is here at Bridge Villa Estates. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I put up a trap here. Yesterday it hit, so I know there's a family of skunks living under here, so I wouldn't doubt if it's hit again. Normally I don't do like the checks myself. I have my clients monitor, but nope, nobody in the trap. Well, that's all right. Yesterday they called, it was in the evening, and I just kind of assumed that maybe the skunk was stuck there most of the day, if not from the night before. But yeah, I don't normally do the checks myself because it's a waste of my gas and time and stuff. Normally just have the clients call me, but I'm impatient. The last few mornings I do have a couple of places that I'm on contract to check, and you know, so they're paying for it. And I figure, well, I'm in those sections of town, I might as well check the other nearby traps so that I don't get called back later, you know, because I hate to do stuff on this side of town, go back to the west side, and then get called back. Anyway, we'll go look at some other places. All right, next stop is here along 12th Street B. This residence, I pulled a couple of skunks out of there. It's pretty cool. He's got this this cat cage, outdoor enclosure for his cats. That's responsible cat ownership right there. And we got another empty cage. So this one might be finished, you know. It's had a couple of days now with no hits. We'll maybe give it one more night. Don't know. Might end up calling this episode the day the skunk slowed down, because I don't expect to be visiting all these places and not coming up with any skunks. Anyway, here's our third stop for the north side. And do we have a skunky? No, we don't. We have yet another Empty trap. Alright, so this property might be done too. So I'm going to be doing some collecting maybe. Instead of skunk relocating. I'm going to let all these traps go. One more night though, just in case. Because it's worth the $60 per skunk if I hit any. So back to the west side now, and I got to go visit my bank. Yeah, the financial side of divorce is a complete nightmare. I can laugh, but it's a laugh of pain. I'm now 24 days into a late mortgage payment. I've been trying to get it shifted onto this new account. It was supposed to come out the 19th. It didn't. The bank returned for I don't know what reason. Told the mortgage company put it out on the 23rd. They tried on the 23rd. The bank returned. So now, you know, if I don't get it withdrawn within the next 5 days, it goes on my credit record. It sucks. And the money's it's been sitting there. You know, I emergency pooled it within 2 weeks, got a mortgage payment together, and, you know, brought our joint accounts to the, you know, to the 0 point because they were overdrawn, brought them to zero so that I could close them. But what a nightmare. I only can trust that it'll turn out okay, but who knows. Let's let this guy go on the day the skunks slowed down. All right, you can go now. Yeah, you're free. Go on out. The door is open. Yeah, all I need is to get sprayed by a skunk right before I have to go to the bank. Wait for him to figure it out here a little bit. Don't want to get sprayed today. Not this morning. Maybe later. You're going the wrong way. There you go. Turn around. There you go. Open door. Woohoo! Touching grass. You're on the go. You can run. Get him, Hudson. It's now 10:30 in the morning, and my meeting with the bank got interrupted by a rattlesnake call. This was in a context where I'd been waiting in line for a teller. There was no bank managers immediately available, and then, you know, by the time I get to the front of the line, pretty much everybody in the building is gassed out. All the customers are mumbling, you know, behind me about how disgusting I smell because I'm skunking them, and the tellers are just trying to get me out of there. And right in the middle of my business, I get a rattlesnake call. I love my life. But yeah, I'm gonna have to take care of the rest of the mortgage stuff. When I'm done with this, we are headed to Canyon Meadows. Yeah, Canyon Meadows, part of the new section of the canyons, to pick up a rattlesnake. Hey, you have a rattlesnake back here? Went out this way? Might have. Hey. Yeah, he's probably moved on, but I'll check around. Going on toward 1 o'clock in the afternoon now, and I finally got my mortgage paid, but there was another snake call in the midst of it, and this time, you know, I just had to let it ring, and it would go to City Hall, to the regulatory services, and I could find out from them when I was done with the bank, you know, what I needed to do. So what it is there's a bull snake, I guess, up in Legacy Ridge. It was just seen eating a mouse beside somebody's house. It's went into some tall grass. Very unlikely to be able to find it, but the residents don't feel comfortable with it being there just because they're not sure what kind of snake it is. Maybe it's a bull snake, maybe it's something else. So they want me to come look at it, maybe move it, and that's what we're gonna do. Then I also had a video sent to me via messenger from looks like a car salesman on one of the lots on the north side, and they have a magpie that they say cannot fly out of their lot. So I'm gonna go take a look at that bird too, and then we'll see what else. Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
That's good. Smells like a skunky one.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, you just caught one of those?
I catch him every morning. So he's in here maybe somewhere.
This is where he was coiled up.
Okay. He probably has a hole under that woodwork or something. Yeah, let's take a peek. Windy day.
So that was a little while ago, but I kind of watching. He hasn't poked out.
Two snake calls, no snakes. Let's go see about this injured magpie that I don't have any facility for. See, they got the bird right inside the building.
Hey man.
Hey.
So he jumped up there. Now he was walking inside there.
Yeah, I see he's in there. He's probably just molting.
Okay.
Like the adult magpies are going through their molts right now, and it's a windy day.
Yeah, it was about a week.
About a week, eh?
Tried to catch him last week. I sent one of my guys out to try and catch him last week, and we just couldn't find him. He disappeared.
It's not dragging a wing or anything, hey?
Right on the left there.
Hey, buddy.
But not fly until he came in here.
Yeah, he's probably got wing power, but he's probably molting, so yeah, his wings are tough.
Yeah, it's been a week that he's been around, so
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Excellent. Oh, I know. Let me look at you. Make sure you're all in one piece. He's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's okay.
Okay,
Just because he can't fly, he's just going through the molt, that's all.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's been windy.
Because yeah, I get right up close to him and he would not go anywhere. He'd just jump and walk around. So and it's been a week, so we weren't sure.
Yeah, you letting people get close? I don't know. Because he's a juvenile, so he actually
he shouldn't be having difficulty flying right now because he's got all of his best feathers.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, maybe I'll take him and look at him for a bit. If he's been hanging around a week, give him
Yeah, he's just been around a lot for the last week or so, trying to pick up food where he could.
All right, buddy. We're going to take a look at you. Maybe he could have parasites or something, just keeping him weak. So a lot of things could be wrong, but he's not injured. Yeah.
Well, from what I can see, there's nothing wrong with this bird. He's young. Probably his parents are molting, so they're not flying anywhere, so he's not flying anywhere, but he is letting people get too close to him. That area around there is just all parking lot. There's really not much for him to even scavenge, and it's super hot. So I decided to take him along with me. I'm going to release him in the north side neighborhood here where I'm picking up a skunk trap. Doesn't have a skunk in it, it's just done, played out. Yeah, I'm going to let him go here in a nice shady neighborhood where I know he can connect with other magpies and stuff, and hopefully he'll be okay. I won't be approaching people anymore, that kind of thing, but we'll see. Then I got to beat feet down to the wetlands because I'm actually just 2 minutes away from, I'm supposed to be doing a walk and talk down there for some exchange students for Abridged College, so better late than never, but it would have been better to be on time. See him fly out. It's just after 6 o'clock in the evening now, 1800 hours. Finished my walk and talk, and I even did a little bit of mental health break on my own here at Spokane. Went home and was ready to relax for the evening, and got another call. And I hope this is my last call for the evening, because now I just, I hope that there's not a snake call. We'll see what happens, but I just plan to relax with Chelsea and the kids for the evening after this. What's happening is pretty grim, so if you don't got a good stomach, it's probably time to turn off the video. I'm not happy about what's going on at all. This morning, some dogs encountered a skunk in their backyard on the west side, and the skunk lost. It's a young skunk. He's got a good part of his belly torn open, his back torn open, lots of exposure. He's been laying exposed all day on a pretty hot day. Not that he was directly in sunlight, I don't think, but he had wasps eating at him and flies laying eggs. When I arrived at the scene, which wasn't until evening, the homeowner, dog owner, posted on some Facebook pages right away about the crisis and wondering what, who to call, what to do. Some people around Lethbridge tagged me, and I messaged back, in the conversations, that I really don't have a facility to deal with injured wildlife. Even though I do it on occasion when I can, when I can host it. Like this little skunk, I can't even host for a night. Not that I think he'd survive anyway, but until such time as I have, better facilities, starting with just a better place to live, just a new home again, a different home, rental or own, whatever, starting with that, till I get there, I'm not of much use to the injured animals, but there's nobody else, right? There's no other programs nearby or people nearby that were stepping up to bat, and there were attempts, I believe, to phone, animal control or Fish and Wildlife. It's not really either their jobs either. In reality, it should be the homeowner, the dog owner, that this occurred, and it's not like it's necessarily their fault or anything either, but it occurred at their place, and what needs to be done is that this thing needs to be dispatched, I think. I've debated that in my head because I don't want to become any kind of exterminator to any degree ever. That's totally not my thing, right? But this little guy needs to be dispatched. He's really suffering. He's dying. He's dying slowly. And there's no services to take care of it. So it ended up falling back on me. When Facebook communications fail, people will always contact me through the Rattlesnake line. Then I at least pick up the phone and talk to them. And it's really hard for me to turn away anybody who just doesn't really have any alternate options for something like this, right? So came down to the river. I'm going to do what needs to be done. Never tried this method before, but I imagine it'll be fairly quick. I wish I had, some chemical means to do this, but I don't have any pro bono, vets for skunks, and neither does the city. This has to be done, so I'm going to videotape it. Probably not going to include it on the video itself, that features on the channel, obviously. I don't know what to expect, except for, at some point really fast here, this injured skunk is going to pass away. That might be it now. Many hard lessons this summer for Ryan.